Hello, welcome back to my corridors. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my corridors. I know it's been a while. I purposely didn't make a video because I wanted to wait until I went to another metal concert to finally make a metal concert story time. So I just got back from my trip, so I'm a little tired, so just prepare for that. So this weekend, I went to Albuquerque. I went to the El Rey Theater to go see Jinjer, and I also saw Suicide Silence. And I also saw another band. Some of you may not be familiar with them, but I liked them. They're called Hail The Yeti. I'll leave a description. I'll link in the description down below of what they sound like, if you're not familiar. So I know I'm a little slow right now, it's just because I'm tired. So, how do I start? I got there, and of course I had to go through security and get patted down and all that. Usually when I go to concerts, I'm recommended to bring a clear purse, and it really, really helps. So if any of you guys, or girls specifically, want to make things easier with security, definitely bring a clear purse, because, just do. Because, it'll be easier that way that, they're not going to have to search your bag or anything. They can plainly see what's in it. So I got in, and I got near the stage. I patiently waited for everything to happen. The first band that played was All Hail The Yeti. When I first listened to their music before I went to the show, a couple months before I went to the show, I sampled their music, and to me they sounded a little bit like Trivium. I mean, they were okay, but they were so good when I saw them live. They had this kind of tribal get-up. I mean, I would have guessed they were a folk metal band if I didn't listen to them, but they were so good, and I definitely have been having one song on my, listening to that song over and over and over. I'll leave that song down below. And I definitely want to check out their music more. And I'm definitely, researching them too, because they were just so good. They were better than I thought, and I was actually dancing along with the music and having a good time. There was more I wanted to say, but I just can't think of any at the moment, but I'll do my best to remember. And of course I did get pictures, which I was a little worried about, getting pictures at the show, because, some places are very strict on that. They, don't want you to take out your camera, but there were, so many people with their cameras. And that was, another problem, too. It was harder for me to see the stage because, there were a lot of tall people, and I'm a short person. So, I mean, I made it work. I did my best to try and find a place where I could see, and eventually I did, but I had to work my way around. And it was kind of hard because there were a lot of people there. So I had to, cut through people kind of like this, and I just felt so embarrassed to do that for some unknown reason. But next concert I go to, I'm definitely going to remember to bring my bigger shoes, because that's what I get for being a midget. But yeah, All Hail The Yeti was definitely good. Definitely go check them out if you're not familiar with them. So a little 5-minute break, 10-minute break happened. I waited patiently for Suicide Silence to come on, and I was pretty excited to go see them because they've been a band that I've been into ever since my teen years. I know people hate on deathcore. I know people hate on them, but you know what? I don't give a damn, because they have gotten me through so much. Some of the unspeakable things that happened to me in my teen years, and I don't know how to ever thank them. So they came on, and I was singing along because I knew a lot of their songs by heart, and I thought it was really cool. Their current singer, Eddie Hermida, I hope I'm saying his name right, at one point of one of the songs he was singing, which was written by their original singer, Mitch Lucker, after he sang that song, he said, "Rest in peace, Mitch," and I thought that was so cool. And that they mentioned Mitch, because I was actually kind of thinking about him at that moment, and it was just such a coincidence, and I was so happy to finally, well, not finally, but actually hear them mention Mitch. And I was just dancing, headbanging. Of course, it was hard to see the stage, but eventually I found my ways to do it. I always find my ways. And I was dancing, headbanging. I didn't headbang as much this time for some reason. I guess I just really wanted to see the show. But yeah, I was so happy to see Suicide Silence because they've been a part of me for a long time, and I quite, enjoy their music, and I still do, and always will. And I've always thought they were a bunch of cool guys, so, and their show was pretty good, and I was able, and once I finally found my ways to see the stage, because me being a short person, I just got such a good, view of the show, because Eddie and the rest of them were just, you could tell they were having so much fun. So, eventually, yes, I took a break and went to the bathroom. And this time, I made sure to go to the bathroom and, take care of myself, because last time I was, I talked about the stomach pain from, skipping, being my old boss, me making a deal with her to, skip my lunch break. Thankfully, I didn't do that. I ate before I went to the show, so I was definitely more comfortable this time. So I just didn't want to have another episode like I did last time, and I thankfully didn't. So I was like thinking, no, I shouldn't go to the bathroom, and then I convinced myself I need to try. So, and I don't regret it. Even if just go to the bathroom during those breaks of setting up, the band setting up. Like after one band is done and another band's about to play, just do it. It will save your life. So, the main event happened, and Jinjer played, and literally everybody was singing along, everybody was dancing, and so was I. And I knew a lot of their songs by heart, so I was just so happy to finally see them, because I love them. And when I finally did get a chance to, see the whole stage, the entire time I was just staring at their singer, because, she's hot. And that's no secret. I'm sure a lot of you already know I think that, and I'm sure a lot of you will already agree with me on that, but I just had to say it again. And it was really nice that I finally got to see him. There one cool thing, their special effects were really cool, and their singer, Tatiana, she was just, she had this big ponytail, and she was just whipping it around, and she was twirling and dancing and smiling on stage, and she really just made the show. I mean, all the other members of Jinjer are great too, don't get me wrong, but she is just so awesome. And one cool thing, their special effects were cool. She looked like she had a neutral type of makeup on, with the normal lights, but when they used this kind of black light, and whatever neon colors they were wearing kind of showed more. She looked like she had a neutral makeup on, but when the black light showed on, her eyeshadow looked a very aqua, a very turquoise neon color, and so I think that was pretty damn cool. But I had so much fun, and seeing her, I just love her. And all the other like I said, all the other members of Jinjer are awesome, but she was one of the main reasons why I listened to them in the first place. And this was the first time going to see a metal show with a female singer. All the other bands I've seen, they've all been guys as singers, and this was so different. Having a girl singing for their band. I'm sure I've seen bands before in the past that have a girl in their band at least, but I just don't remember. I totally don't. Maybe it didn't happen, maybe it's a false memory. But yeah, this was totally different. I mean, I had a lot of fun, but the only problem I take back from the show is that some people were just so pushy whenever it happened, and I know, like, I can't control that, but, like, I was kind of getting around, and some people were, like, pushing on me, and, like, some people went as, like, and I know they probably didn't mean to do this, but some people, like, went as far as, like, pushing me to the point where, like, they were pushing on my ass, and I know they probably didn't mean to do it like that, but, like, some people were so rude, though. But there were a lot of nice people there, and that was a good thing. Another reason why I enjoyed this show so much. I didn't buy any merch. I decided not to. Don't know why, I just didn't feel like it. And there was a big line, like, in waiting, like, before the show and during the show for people trying to get merch, so I just was like, no, I'm not going to do it. And it was really hard because they were kind of blocking the way. But yeah, I mean, I had a good time. Oh, and there were, I mean, and I kind of expected it too, but there were, like, people smoking joints, which they did that, like, in California, but, like, here people had to be escorted because they were high. Oh, and it was just like, that was the last thing I expected. And I know that's probably part of, going to shows, but, like, I'm just shocked that this is an indoor event and, like, people are allowed to smoke. I mean, I don't care if it's weed, but, like, why are you smoking indoors? They told you not to. But, I mean, hey, what do I know? So, yeah, that was awesome. Before I went to the show, I had this really, really good ramen at a ramen place, and that really, really filled me up, and I ate the whole thing. And I know it doesn't always seem like it, but I can eat a whole lot, even in one sitting. But yeah. And I had so much fun dancing and singing along, like, because, like, a lot of the songs I knew by heart, and that was good. So yeah, I got my concert fixed for this year. Next year, definitely, I'm gonna go see Exodus, and they're touring with Death Angel and Testament, who I've already seen, but I've never seen Exodus. So that'll definitely be great. And maybe I'll go see Nightwish. Maybe I'll go to Denver and see Nightwish. I'm really crossing my fingers that I do, because I have been dying to see them forever. I need to get that off my list so bad. And in September, me and my boyfriend may go see Iron Maiden together. I really, really want to go see them. He's already seen them, but I haven't. So hopefully we can go together, because I really want to see them and I want to spend time with him. So hopefully more concerts will happen next year too. So I think that's it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, whatever. And I'll see y'all later, and stay metal.